Two U.S. Navy sailors vanish off Somalia's coast amidst ongoing pirate threat. President Mahmoud urges Somali people to defend country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Welcome back to this edition of Dalsan TV English News. Now, the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, that is ATMIS, has strongly condemned the murder attacks carried out by Al-Shabaab on the Halane base camp, resulting in the tragic death of UN Guard member and causing significant infrastructure damage. ATMIS has extended condolences to the soldiers' family and expressed solidarity with the entire UN community during this challenging period. Our reporter has more. The African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, ATMIS, has denounced the mortar attacks launched by the Al-Shabaab group on the Halane base camp, resulting in the death of a member of the UN Guard unit and substantial infrastructure damage. ATMIS extended its condolences to the family of the fallen soldier and expressed solidarity with the entire UN family during this challenging time. In a statement, ATMIS emphasized its commitment to working closely with the federal government of Somalia and the federal member states in the ongoing fight against Al-Shabaab, despite the recent surge in Al-Shabaab attacks at the start of the new year. Al-Shabaab militants have claimed responsibility for the mortar attack that targeted the Halane area of Aden at the international airport in Mogadishu. The Halane base camp, situated within Mogadishu, serves as a critical location for numerous diplomatic missions and the United Nations. It is widely regarded as one of the most heavily fortified areas within the federal government of Somalia, which continues to grapple with the persistent threat posed by the Al-Shabaab. For over a decade, Al-Shabaab militant group has been engaged in a protracted battle to seize control from the federal government. Although the group was pushed out of Mogadishu in 2011, it has recently witnessed intensified clashes with the military and other armed groups. The government forces claim to have killed dozens of fighters in the state of Galmudug on Friday, signaling a blow to the group. Somalia has been plagued by armed rebellion for over 15 years, with Al-Shabaab and ISIS-linked armed groups representing the primary threats. While Al-Shabaab was driven out of Mogadishu in 2011, it still exerts control over large rural areas. Now, moving on, the Somali Football Federation (SFF) has temporarily suspended the regional football competition in Mogadishu after a chaotic incident involving stone throwing by fans. The tournament will be on hold for 3 days to allow for a thorough investigation into the attack on the convoy carrying players from the Southwest Regional State team. The ongoing Somalia's regional football competition that has been happening in the nation capital, Mogadishu, has been temporarily suspended over fans' chaos. The Somali Football Federation has on Friday announced the suspension of the football tournament 3 days to investigate and find out the stoning of the convoy carrying players of Southwest's Regional State team on Friday evening. In the melee that took place after the end of the thrilling match between Galmudug and Southwest State teams, several players were injured and window panels of the buses carrying the players shattered. Reacting to the incident, Southwest State Minister for Sports announced the opting out of the regional team over the mayhem until a substantive, genuine reason ascertained on the circumstances surrounding the stoning of his players. However, senior government officials led by the National Intelligence and Security Agency Commander Mahad Salad visited the players and the officials to console and assure them of maximum security. Salad, in his address to the team, pledged to undertake the security of the players and their officials until the climax of the region tournament. Southwest State regional team accused their Galmudug counterpart of orchestrating the stoning hurling incident, at them demanding apology from the authorities and officials of the team. Earlier on, Galmudug State has brushed aside Southwest State team with a 3-0 captivating match played at Mogadishu Stadium. Now, the U.S. Navy sailors have gone missing while on duty in an area notorious for piracy off the coast of Somalia. U.S. Central Command has launched an urgent search and rescue operation withholding the sailors' identities for security reasons. The situation raises concerns about their safety and highlights the ongoing threat for piracy in the region. 2 U.S. Navy sailors have gone missing while on duty in a region plagued by piracy, prompting an urgent search and rescue operation off the coast of Somalia. The announcement came on Friday from U.S. Central Command (CENTCOM), revealing that the sailors' identities have been withheld for security reasons. The sailors were part of the U.S. Fifth Fleet's area of operations, amplifying concerns about their welfare and heightening the urgency of the ongoing search efforts. CENTCOM's statement confirmed that search and rescue operations are currently underway to locate the missing sailors. However, due to operational security considerations, CENTCOM has refrained from disclosing any further details until the personal recovery operation is successful. The Gulf of Aden and the waters off the coast of Somalia have been notorious for pirate activities for many years. Pirates, taking advantage of the region's geographical features and political instability, have targeted commercial vessels, fishing boats, and even naval assets. These criminals have posed a significant threat to international maritime trade routes and the safety of seafarers. Somalia, located in the Horn of Africa, has been plagued by years of instability. Instability, civil unrest, and a lack of effective governance. These conditions have created an environment unconducive to pirate activities. As criminal networks exploit the absence of robust maritime security framework, the pirates often employ high-speed boats and sophisticated weaponry, allowing them to launch attacks on unsuspecting vessels, hijack them, and demand hefty ransoms for their release. Now in Mogadishu, Somali federal government president, that is Mr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, has called for action, urging Somali people worldwide to unite, defend the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Speaking at Villa Somalia Mosque in Mogadishu, Mr. Mohamud emphasized the need for unity and collective efforts to protect Somalia from foreign invasion. Somalia federal government President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has appealed to Somali people across the globe to come out and defend sovereignty and territorial integrity of the country. Speaking on Friday at Villa Somalia Mosque in the capital Mogadishu, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud outlined that this is the right time for Somalis to stand together and safeguard the country from foreign invasion. He warned Ethiopia against any attempt to infringe or encroach on Somalia, saying it will be met with full force. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud emphasized that Somalia belongs to Somalis and his administration will not allow any attempts to alienate an inch of land or sea by foreigners. Mohamud asserted that Ethiopia and Al-Shabaab share a common agenda of undermining the security and territorial integrity of Somalia. His remarks comes hot on the heels of escalating strained diplomatic relations between Ethiopia and Somalia over Ethiopia's controversial port deal with Somaliland. Amid the growing concerns over the exacerbating relations between Somalia and Ethiopia, Djibouti President Ismail Omar Guelleh has convened an extraordinary IGAD summit slated for the 18th of this month to deliberate on the heightening diplomatic role between Somalia and Ethiopia. The summit, which is expected to bring together all IGAD member states leaders, is scheduled to be spearheaded by Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni. Now that story brings us to the end of this bulletin. We wish you a lovely evening. My name is Abdelrazak Ali and thank you so much for tuning into Dalsan TV English News.